Hi neighbors, welcome back to I Reckon So Farm. Our channel is called Sun River Shenanigans, and our shenanigan today is going to be baking a cake. We're going to be making a yellow cake, and I want to tell you, when I got married a long time ago, I just turned 19. I didn't know anything about cooking or baking, but a dear friend of ours, a family friend and cousin, Donnell, her wedding present to us was this Better Homes and Gardens, the fancy cookbook, gold cover. And I dove in, started teaching myself how to cook. I made almost every recipe in this book, and I don't know if you can. I want to show you. I started looking through it this morning because I wanted to show it to you, but the pages are all separated and out of order, and but very well used, and I was happy to have it. And I still have it, and it's fun to look at. Look at this. This is my rolls. I love to make cinnamon rolls. That was the part of the bread section. Lately, I've been using the newer version, Better Homes and Gardens cookbook, and I'm the kind of person that really likes to have a recipe, have directions. I follow directions, and I can get a pretty good result. And so today, if I go, let me show you. I went to the cake section here, and the very first is the yellow cake mix. So that's what we'll be making today. Very simple ingredients that anyone would have in their kitchen. One difference, though, I did look up the old cookbook, and it was they use cake flour, and the newer one just uses all-purpose flour, which I have on hand. I don't have cake flour on hand, so it seems like the cake flour might make a lighter cake, but we'll follow this recipe and see how it goes. Before we go out to the kitchen, though, I'm going to show you my pans and how I prepare them. What I used to do, I'd take a piece of maybe wax paper and shortening, grease the pan, and then sprinkle flour in and, shake it all around so it was on the sides. And that's what this book says to do to prepare your pans. And I followed the directions, so that's what I always did. But lately, what I've been doing is I take a piece of wax paper and just fold it in half, and then I set the pan down on it and draw a circle around. Just like that. Okay. Cut it out. And I don't remember when I changed to doing it this way instead of with the flour, but I know why. Because I got tired of my cake sticking. Because no matter how much you grease it and flour it, there's always a danger that a little piece of it might stick in the bottom of the pan. But with the wax paper, then I just spray it with this cooking spray. And take one of these, press it in the bottom of the pan like that. Okay. And when your cake's done, while it's still, you want it to cool, but when it's still a little bit warm, then you just flip it over. It comes out, and then you peel the wax paper off, and you never have a worry about it sticking in the pan. So that's how I do that. And we're going to make our yellow cake, so I'll get my apron on. Come with me out to my little kitchen. We'll get started. I popped the page out of the cookbook so we could follow along here with the recipe. Now, this Better Homes and Garden cookbook is great for giving instructions to follow along for people that haven't done much baking before, like was the case with me when I was first married. They want you to use large eggs and let them stand at room temperature for 30 minutes. And also they want the butter at room temperature, so it'll be easy to blend with the sugar. Solid fats hold air bubbles better, ensuring a light and delicate cake, so you don't want to use low-fat products. Okay, a couple of things like that. Preheat your oven, so it's 375, so let's do that. Okay, step one is to prepare our pans, which we've already done that. Next, we want to beat the butter for 30 seconds and then add the sugar. So it's 3/4 cups of butter, which we have right here. Next, first we'll soften the butter a little bit. Then we gradually add the sugar. It's 1 3/4 cup sugar, and they want us to add 1/4 cup at a time. I think I need to scrape this a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, next is 3 eggs, and they want us to add the eggs one at a time, beating after each addition about 1 minute altogether. Okay, so we'll add the eggs. One. Two. And 3. I'll show you what this looks like. It's going to be a beautiful yellow cake. All right, next, beat in vanilla, 1 1/2 teaspoons vanilla. Let me get my teaspoon. One and a half. There we go. 1 1/2 teaspoons vanilla. Beat in vanilla. Okay. Do that. Add flour mixture and milk. Okay. Now the flour mixture is 2 1/2 cups of flour, 2 1/2 teaspoons baking powder, it's right here, and 1 1/2 teaspoon salt. Whisk that together a little bit. Alternately add flour mixture and milk to butter mixture, beating on low speed after each addition, just until combined. So let's do that. First, some flour. And some milk. And the milk, I didn't tell you, 1 1/4 cups of milk. Let's turn it up a little bit. Okay. So last of the flour and then the rest of the milk. Oven's ready. What's next? Beat in vanilla. Beating on low speed after each addition, just until combined. Looks really good. Spread batter into the prepared pans. Get a spatula. Go. Don't want to leave any behind. It's a nice looking batter. Okay. Next, I think we know what's next. Let's see what Better Homes and Gardens says. Bake in a 375-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. 30 to 35 minutes for 8-inch pans, and these are 8-inch pans, so 30 to 35 minutes. Or until a wooden toothpick inserted near the center comes out clean. Okay, let's take a look. I've got my toothpick here, so. Oh, they sure look pretty. How about that one? That one looks a little. They're not identical, but okay. I would believe they're done, so have a cooling rack right here. Okay, and while those are cooling, we'll go ahead and make our frosting. Chocolate sour cream. Yum. For our frosting, I chose the chocolate sour cream frosting recipe. It's in the back of the cake section of the Better Homes and Gardens cookbook, and I thought that sounded delicious. So what we need to do is melt 1 cube of butter, half a cup, and a 12-ounce pack of chocolate chips. Stirring frequently until they're melted. All right, it's looking good. So I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to let it cool for 5 minutes. Set it back here. I'll just set our timer for 5 minutes. And let it cool. Okay, it's been cooling for 5 minutes, so let's stir in our 8 ounces of sour cream. And next is 4½ cups of powdered sugar. You just want to beat it till it's nice and smooth. Now I'm going to transfer it to a bowl. Look at all that good frosting. It's supposed to be enough for 2 layers, top and sides. So we'll let it sit for a little bit while the cake finishes cooling, and then we'll frost it. The cake's cooled and it's ready to frost. For chocolate sour cream frosting, we'll do the top of the bottom layer first. I think there's going to be plenty. I used to always hold my layers together with toothpicks, and then whoever got a toothpick in their slice of cake had to kiss the cook. I need to start doing that again. I think it's a great custom. Okay, now, next I want to do the sides. If you have an offset spatula like this, works great for this part. I like the texture of the frosting. It's soft and easy to spread. Okay, there's the sides all done. Now the top. I think I'm going to have to make some cupcakes. I'm going to have a lot of frosting left over, it looks like. Okay. I like to make little swirls like this. Okay, there it is. All that's left, whoops. Hold on. Hold on, I missed a big spot right here. What? Let's check that again. There. All that's left is to taste it. We'll see if we can round up Dayton and Papa, and we'll give it a taste. The fun part.
All right, we get to eat the cake now. Yes. Hope I get a toothpick.
Well, it was pretty easy to make, and you know, you can buy a cake mix at the store, but it's fun to make it at home, and it's just ingredients most of us have.
It smells good, that's for sure.
Still a little bit warm. There was about probably less than a cup of frosting left over, so I could have made it a little thicker in the middle, and we would have used it all. So, okay, look at that. There's the inside of it. You see that? Okay.
So now we're gonna try it.
Now for the taste test.
Does it taste homemade?
It tastes delicious.
Nice sponge, and it's delicious.
I really like that frosting.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it tastes so good still.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. What you saw is pretty simple to make. Just yeah, it just took a few minutes. Okay.
Good cake.
Thanks, Granny.
And thank you, Better Homes and Gardens. If you enjoy watching these kind of videos, I hope you'll stop by next Saturday when we'll do another cake shenanigan.
Saturday cake shenanigan time.
Yeah, maybe we'll do, I don't know. We'll see what's in the cookbook. We'll pick another one out of the Better Homes and Gardens book, because they're the best. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Bye.